Today on Forbes, inside the deal that made Polymarket's founder one of the youngest billionaires on Earth. In July, Jeffrey Sprecher, the 70-year-old billionaire CEO of Intercontinental Exchange, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, sat at Manhattan, an upscale restaurant in the financial district overlooking the sprawling New York City skyline from the 60th floor. As a sommelier weaved through the tables pouring wine, in walked Shayne Coplan, in a t-shirt and jeans, clutching a plastic water bottle and a paper bag with a bagel he'd picked up en route. Sprecher chuckles as he recalls his first impression of the boyish, eccentric entrepreneur. He says, quote, "An old bald guy that works at the New York Stock Exchange, where we require that you wear a suit and tie, next to a mop-headed guy in a t-shirt that's 27. But Sprecher was fascinated by Polymarket, Coplan's blockchain-based prediction market, and after dinner, he made his move. He says, quote, "I asked Shayne if he would consider selling us his company." Prediction markets like Polymarket let thousands of ordinary people bet on future events, the unemployment rate, say, or when Bitcoin will hit an all-time high. In aggregate, prediction market bets have proven to be something of a crystal ball, with the wisdom of the crowd often proving itself more prescient than expert opinion. For instance, Polymarket punters predicted that Trump would prevail in the 2024 presidential election, when many national pundits were sure that Kamala Harris would win. Coplan initially turned down Sprecher's buyout offer, but discussions led to negotiations and eventually a deal. In October, Intercontinental announced it had invested $2 billion for an up to 25% stake in the company, bringing the young solo founder the balance he was looking for. In a recent interview, Coplan tells Forbes, quote, "We're consumer, we're viral, we're culture. They're finance, they're headless, and they're infrastructure." At the same time, Coplan announced investments from other billionaires, including Figma's Dylan Field, Zynga's Mark Pincus, Uber's Travis Kalanick, and hedge fund manager Glenn Dubin. A longtime Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, Coplan even convinced lead singer Anthony Kiedis to invest after a mutual acquaintance brought the musician to Coplan's apartment one day. Coplan's bright blue eyes widening, he recalls, quote, "He's buzzing my door, and I'm like, holy shit, I love their music. A lot of the inspiration for my work comes from the music that I listen to." Thanks to the deals, Polymarket's valuation quickly shot to $9 billion, making the 2025 under-30 alum the world's youngest self-made billionaire, with an estimated 11% stake worth $1 billion. His reign was short. 20 days later, he was overtaken as the youngest by the three 22-year-old founders of AI startup Mercor. Young entrepreneurs are minting 10-figure fortunes faster than ever. In addition to the Mercor trio and Coplan, 15 other under-30 alumni, including Scale AI co-founder Lucy Guo, Reddit's Steve Huffman, and Cursor's co-founders, became billionaires this year, while Guo's co-founder Alexander Wang and Robinhood's Vlad Tenev, both former under-30 honorees, regained their billionaire status after having fallen out of the ranks. The budding billionaire, Coplan, has long been fascinated by markets and tech. When he was just 14, Coplan emailed the Regional Securities and Exchange Commission office to ask how to create new marketplaces. Grinning playfully as he thinks of his younger self, he says, quote, "I did not get a response, but it's a really funny email. It just shows that this stuff takes over a decade of percolating in your mind." 2 years later, Coplan showed up at the offices of internet startup Genius uninvited, after multiple emails of his asking for an internship went ignored. At age 16, at least a decade younger than anyone in that office, he secured his first job after making a memorable impression with his, quote, "wild curls" and, quote, "encyclopedic knowledge of billionaire tech entrepreneurs." His manager at the time, Chris Glazik, wrote in Coplan's college recommendation letter, quote, "If he chooses to become a tech entrepreneur, which seems likely, I have no doubt that we'll be seeing his name again in the press before long." Coplan went on to study computer science at NYU, but dropped out in 2017 to work on various crypto projects that never took off. In 2020, he founded Polymarket. For full coverage, check out Alicia Park's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.